Hey, I didn't get any sleep last night. So, yeah. I'm really exhausted. So, I go to an art school. I really love it, but it's days like this that kind of make me a little more exhausted than I usually would be. We're doing finals right now, and today I was critiquing for, how many was it? This many hours. This many hours of talking about other students' art and mine, but it kind of goes like this. I really like your color use. It accentuates the figure really well, and it adds this sort of like mystery. I think that the yellow right there, that sort of like yellow ochre, is really well considered, except I'm gonna have to disagree with you and say that I would have preferred a cerulean blue lining that area, just because I feel like it would have accentuated the highlights a little bit more, and it's a little too saturated for me. 6 hours of that, and I don't even want to get into the conceptual, sort of typical art schooly stuff that doesn't have to do with technique. But the entire situation had me thinking about a thing I'm learning in this book I'm reading called A User's Guide to the Brain. In case you didn't know, I'm a huge nerd fighter. And I really like brains. Not in the zombie way, but in the neurological, how people work sort of way. Essentially, what happens throughout our life at various stages of development is our brains kind of kill off the cells that we don't need anymore or we don't use. During infancy, there's quite a few more pruning stages. So, essentially, the neurons that are either connected to places they shouldn't be connected or have very weak connections are kind of deleted from the hard drive of our brain. There are a lot of problems with computer brain analogies, but I'm using one. Essentially, our brain works under a sort of neurological Darwinism. But I think that principle is kind of cool, the idea that Darwinism, which is applied to biological evolution, also sort of takes place in our little brains. Now I'm saying this again. I go to an art school. I haven't done geometry in what seems like 2 years now. I'm a freshman, by the way. Um, and I feel like my basic algebra skills are beginning to go, and that concerns me. So, if you guys have any suggestions on what to do to keep your math and science skills sharp other than reading and playing Sudoku, then I'd love to hear them. But right now, my brain is dying from exhaustion, and it has not produced enough serotonin recently, so I'm gonna go to bed and try and fix that chemical imbalance.